Like many of you, up until about probably 10 or 15 minutes ago, I was uneducated on the fact that there is an entire subreddit dedicated to the largest brained individuals in the Apex Legends community. Now, I had no idea that r/Apex concepts even existed, but these people over here are like the next level of intelligent. Like, we're talking like superhuman kind of status as far as intelligence goes. Now, there's a subcategory of this subreddit which just focuses entirely around legend reworks. Now, some of these are pretty legitimate reworks. We're going to go over two today that I think are probably some of the greatest reworks for characters who right now are pretty heavily under the spotlight, under scrutiny. One for being overpowered and one for being underpowered. Now, these changes would have such a positive, drastic difference on gameplay that is just irrefutable. Like, as I go through these, you guys are just going to be on the edge of your seats like, wow, I didn't even think that could be something that could be done in a video game. But thankfully for us, Frantic is a salty boy came through. This man has perhaps the most wrinkled brain of anyone in existence in history. He puts Einstein to shame. The theory of relativity looks like chicken scratch in comparison to this crypto rework that I'm going to put up right here. Now, the passive that we get for crypto, right now, he doesn't really have a passive, you know? He's needed a passive for a bit. So what does Salty Boy say? Whew! Get the notepads out, boys and girls, because this is how you change a character. Passive. Catch a ride. At any point while your drone is deployed, a teammate can walk up and press E to grab onto it, and whatever, your console button is to pick things up. The drone flies 40% slower, but it will carry your teammates wherever it goes. Like, have you thought about this before? Endgame. Think about this. You're Gibby. Your teammate is cryptography, man. You throw your dome shield on that crypto boy, the little drone boy, hop on there as Gilbert, and just go for a ride. Catch a ride. You could fly around completely impenetrable. Nobody's gonna be getting through to you. So overall, yeah, this is honestly one of the best passives that I could think of for crypto. Next though, this is where things really start to pick up a little bit. Tactical drone swarm. I don't know what that noise was. I'm sorry if I left that in. One drone, not enough. Two, four, not enough still. Throw a drone that you can control and fly around, has 3 charges, and crypto can have 5 drones out at once. Now, I don't know how you're going to see all 5 of them at once. I don't know how you're going to see these feeds. I don't know how you're going to move them individually. Maybe it's like a CCTV camera set of cameras where you can go in individually. You can access the feeds and then be able to move from there. I have no clue. However, with these 3 charges, I'm assuming that this is like Twitch from Rainbow Six Siege, where you get a little poker and you can zap people for a couple damage. I'd say maybe 10 would be fair, since you are going to get 15 of these total. But moving on, this is where things really start to pick up, and now this is where I think it might get a little bit overpowered. Now, the passive and the tactical, I think, are both very balanced right now with this rework. However, once you get down to the ultimate, which is the EMP, all of your drones EMP at once. Now, I think personally that's a little overpowered. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the description below. Do you think having 5 EMPs go off simultaneously is a little bit overpowered, or do you think that's fair? Because, now that I'm reconsidering it, if Frantic as a salty boy said that this is, a good rework, it's a fair rework, who am I to disagree with the great Apex Legends wizard? Think about that before you comment anything too derogatory down there. But moving on, not only did this legend rework crypto, but we also got quite a bit of a rework for Gibby. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about how Gibby can be changed up in different ways. I myself have made several videos commenting on it. However, this absolute Chad of a man came out, and these are probably some of the most creative and enjoyable reworks that I've had the privilege of reading. Now, you guys know I talk a lot about ways that characters can be changed so that they're more in the meta, and I think this new passive, tactical, and ultimate is just what Gibraltar needs. Now, first up is a change to the gun shield. Thank goodness. Everyone knows that Gibby needed a change to that old gun shield. The gun shield is now 10 times the size that it was before, about the size of Reinhardt's shield, and has 800 health, but while it's deployed, you can't move. Now there's the catch. I bet when I was reading that first part, you thought that was a little bit overpowered, but now that I read that last sentence, now, you know, forgive me for like being a little picky here, but while deployed you can't move is a dependent clause. Now that's not a full sentence, but again, you know, who am I, just a mere YouTuber, to comment on such a great man's grammatical error. That doesn't take away from the fact that this is the best change to the gun shield that could ever be spoken of by any human being. Like, just give Gibby Reinhardt's shield. Now, I think that he should actually be able to move while he has this up. That way he could, like, advance the whole squad towards people, and it would encourage more close quarters combat. But now let's take a look at the tactical, because there's quite a bit of a change here. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of this change, as I think it would like subvert the meta a little bit. I think it would be too impactful on the gameplay. But with this change to the tactical, and I'm just going to read it to you, Gibraltar's dome changes from a dome to a cube. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, that doesn't sound like that big of a change, but it does. It's not a circle anymore, it's a cube. It's a cube! Like, those just don't belong in Apex Legends, I'm sorry. What other character has an ability with a cube? Nobody. Because cubes... What is this, Minecraft? Like, that just, not in Apex Legends, okay? Keep that in your other games. You want to keep that in Roblox, that's fine. But Apex Legends does not need that kind of square action. That point actually got me a little bit fired up. I'm a little bit angry over here. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a bit angry about that. But now we get down to the ultimate. And this really redeems the whole character, I think, at least, in, you know, in my opinion. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments. But basically, it's called a defensive bombardment. Now, there's no change from the previous title. The ultimate right now is called defensive bombardment. However, this kind of works like a COD 24 kill streak, where, you know, you get that nuke. Now, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, let's just nip that in the bud right now and just read what it says here. The defensive bombardment now drops a nuke that explodes after a few seconds, immediately kills anyone within 200 meters, including you and your teammates. This is just what Gibby needed, okay? Now, I'm thinking that when you have that stupid cube of protection up, you will be safe though. So as long as you put that up, you'll be fine. Which I think is great, because I think Gibby would be one of the best characters to play with these reworks, and with that defensive nuke, it would really encourage other players to pick up that Reinhardt-like shield or that, you know, defensive cube, as much as I hate to say it. So I really genuinely think that these are some really, really, really good changes that could bring about a whole new era of the meta. I want to know what you guys have to say about this though, because I'm really excited at the thought that, you know, of me making this video, the devs might see it and they might be like, wow, those are some great changes that we should be implementing into our game right now. So make sure you share this around. I want, you know, Jason McCord to see this. I want him in the comments down below talking about what his favorite parts of this was, because I know for a fact that especially that tactical cube thing he would be on board with. I don't know why, but for some reason he really likes cubes. So Jason, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. I personally would not respect that decision, but, you know, it's not my game. I just profit from it. So again, I just want to thank you all for coming by, coming to my TED Talk. Again, we were looking at Frantic as a Salty Boy over on the Apex Concepts. I want to give a huge shout out to those absolute big brains over there. They really, really came through with these ideas and gave me some great stuff to cover in this video. So again, thank you to them. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button, because that's the logical thing to do. And it would really help out this video in search results. And if you like the kind of content that I do, I swear I'm being sarcastic in this video. Usually I'm serious, but this is just a really funny topic and I wanted to cover it. I'm trying to be funny. Thank you. You're going to go down below and hit that red subscribe button right underneath this video. We'd love to have you in the club. But that's going to be all for me for today, though, guys. So until tomorrow, take it easy.